simple. Your marketing is working. If your marketing is working, your phone should be ringing. If your phone is ringing and you're not closing, your marketing is not the problem. Your first call is the problem. Shop owners love to talk about how their marketing is the whole game, but it's not. Marketing earns attention and your front counter earns trust. I mean, if you actually looked at the trust flow type, scenario, it starts with marketing, right? While we're gaining their attention. And then you're planting more seeds as that first call comes in at the front counter. And then you're planting more seeds as you're communicating them through the process. And then you're planting more seeds as they walk out content and confident that their car is being handled. And then 2 weeks later, when there isn't a problem with their car because you handled it correctly the first time, you've solidified that trust, right? And so that trust flow is going throughout your entire process. But the marketing gets that initial attention, plant some of those seeds, but your front counter is the one that's going to earn that. Your advisors are going to earn that yes. And so the leak that I want you to think about today from a marketing standpoint and growing your shop standpoint is this. Are you spending money to get the phone ring and then handing the call to the least prepared person in your building? Because if that's happening, you're not buying leads, you're buying expensive practice. And in this past week's Garage Script podcast, the one I actually just launched earlier today, a vendor insights episode with Rena from Empowered Advisor. The whole point is the connection between marketing spend and what's actually happening when a real person calls on your shop. Rena's started out as a service advisor in her career and then moved into training and coaching other advisors. Now she makes a big distinction that matters for shop owners. Training is bulk information. It's delivered in bulk, but coaching is fixing what's actually happening in your shop at the front of the front counter and in the right order and in 1 week at a time. She explains why weekly coaching wins over a large class. People leave class with pages of notes and no idea what to tackle first, but coaching lets you listen to what is actually happening on the phone and fix that highest impact issue first. She talks about the real world reality that most adults, we don't do our homework, do we? We got out of that habit once we left school, but the work still matters because your brand is being spoken out loud every day on every call. And so she hit something also that kind of resonated with me was most front of shop teams do not even know what marketing is running. They do not know what their website says. They don't know what the offers are out there. They don't know even the tone of the messaging. And so customers are calling based on a particular messaging or a particular promise or a particular thing that they saw that kind of resonated with them. And then the person answering the phone is just confused or isn't carrying that same torch. And that's where the conversion leak happens. So she dropped a line in the podcast, and you need to go and check that out. I believe it was episode 62. But go check that out. The majority of people still call your phone. And that was an interesting statement that she made. Because I love the online scheduling tools that are out there. I see them work really, really well when they're positioned correctly on a site. I've seen them really work well also when it's connected to your Google Business Profile. And you have people that want to avoid conversations. But even still in 2026, by the way, Happy New Year, we're still having a lot of phone calls at shops. So a practical example of this, all right, is if your marketing is a digital handshake and the first call is the real conversation, that's then where the sale starts. They're asking for an oil change. And so did you book the oil change or did you book a service and set expectations as far as checking history and teeing up what's likely due? The difference is not salesy. The difference is professional and organized and trust building. It protects your repair orders. It protects your schedule. It protects your technician flow. It also protects the return on investment that you're making on your marketing. So here's some actions that you could take this week. Number one, let's head out to a page on your website. Read it like a customer. And then pretend to be a mystery caller and call your shop with that specific service request in mind. Does the way the team answers the phone match the promises or the vibe from that page? If your website implies fast scheduling, and then your front desk says we're booked for 2 weeks out, maybe there's now a trust gap. So you're just going to want to fix that lowest common denominator. Either update the promise or fix the execution. Either way, make sure that they're matching. Action 2, standardize the first 60 seconds of every phone call. Not a script that it sounds robotic like AI, right? But still conversational, still human, still personalized, but making sure that they're touching on certain key points. That standardized opening sets expectations and builds confidence no matter who is answering the phone. All right, so that's going to help you get with those conversions. All right, next up, let's see here. Don't let marketing run without staff awareness. So you're running marketing now, great. If you're not, and you need to figure out what your next marketing step, then head over to addi.me/jumpstart. That's addi.me/jumpstart. But if you're running marketing right now, make sure that your team, your front desk, is aware of the vibe, the tone, the messaging, the offers, etc. I don't know, maybe give them a brief, maybe make sure that they're included in the conversations that are happening for when you're talking to your marketing people, and make sure that there's a connection there. That one page cheat sheet for your front of shops help is might be a good way to go. Create that cheat sheet. Say, here's what we're doing on the marketing side. If you want a practical approach to your marketing for 2026, then you're going to want to watch the webinar that we just put out. It was a playbook for what's going to work in 2026 for digital marketing for auto repair shops. Go check that out. That's at addi.me/2026. Again, addi.me/2026. You're going to grab that webinar for yourself, listen to it, and put it into play, and you will be better off for it. All right, so go check that out. But here's the bottom line. Marketing is going to get that attention. It's going to plant some of those seeds of trust, but the first call gets you paid. In many ways, it makes the payment. It creates the opportunity for the payment. Your phones are... if your phones aren't tight, if that conversation dialogue isn't tightened up, then you're leaking opportunity. If your phones are consistent, then your marketing works harder without you spending more, right? Your marketing goes further. But you want to watch episode 62 that just dropped today on January 6th of 2026. And check out what Rena has to say and listen for the patterns that Rena calls out. Then audit your own shop as any marketer would, and go get your jumpstart for your marketing at addi.me/jumpstart, or watch the full webinar replay at addi.me/2026. And just as a reminder, the weekly reminder, I'm not a coach. I'm a digital marketing guy. AA Shop Marketing is a company that's specific for auto repair shop marketing for auto repair shops. And so I'm looking forward to helping you in the new year. We're here with the Garage Grip Podcast, trying to help as many shops as possible in the meantime. So get plugged in, listen to what we have to say. We've got some very interesting content pieces coming to you through the Garage Grip Podcast. We've got a bunch of different ideas on the table. And so pay close attention. Make sure that you hit that notification bell because that's going to be making sure that you are getting those new pieces of content that are coming.